Chance to send Golden State home, and McDaniels set up by, and they take out the Golden State Warriors and advance to the conference finals.
The Golden State Warriors were supposed to dominate the NBA for a decade. A super team with all-time great shooters, unselfish ball movement, and one of the smartest head coaches in the league. But somewhere along the way, that dynasty crumbled. Not because of injuries, not because of age, but because of Steve Kerr. Let's talk about how one of the NBA's most respected coaches may have quietly dismantled one of the greatest teams in basketball history. Part 1. The beginning of the end. It all began in 2019. The Warriors were in their 5th straight finals. Kevin Durant goes down. Klay Thompson tears his ACL. The dynasty is on life support. But even after KD left, Golden State still had Steph Curry, arguably the greatest shooter of all time, and a chance to reload. What they needed was a new plan. What they got was Steve Kerr, doubling down on a system that no longer fit the team's reality.
You didn't play the rookie till late third. It was almost all vets besides Poole early. I mean, is that kind of your expectation going into the season? Rotationally, it'll be very veteran.
Yeah. I mean, they're Jonathan and Moses are so young. They got a bunch of guys ahead of them who have been in this league and know what they're doing. So they've got to earn their time for sure. So we'll see how it all plays out. But we're chasing wins this year.
There you go.
Instead of evolving his coaching to match a new era of basketball, Kerr stuck with his motion offense, even when it left his best players stranded and role players confused. Part 2. Kerr's system. Stale and stubborn. Kerr's motion, heavy read and react system worked when you had 5 high IQ players on the court. But what happens when you're starting Jordan Poole, James Wiseman and Moses Moody? Instead of simplifying the game and empowering Curry to dominate with high pick and roll, Kerr refused to adapt. Steph was often off the ball, running through screens while non-shooters clogged the floor. Meanwhile, teams like Denver, Phoenix and Miami leaned into star-centric offenses, while Golden State continued trying to recreate the 14 Spurs with a bench full of G-Leaguers. Part 3. Personnel decisions and roster. Mismanagement. Let's talk about the front office and personnel. Kerr has had huge influence on who stays and who plays. Drafting James Wiseman over LaMelo Ball. Letting veterans like Gary Payton II walk, only to bring him back months later. Choosing development minutes for Kuminga and Moody one night, then benching them the next. There's been zero continuity. One night it's win now. The next it's develop the youth. That indecisiveness, that's Kerr. And let's not forget the infamous 2-timeline experiment, trying to win a championship while developing teenagers. It failed spectacularly.
Do you think about that at all?
I played for 15 years, and if all 15, I was frustrated with my playing time. So this is how it works. This is the most competitive, lucrative league in the world. Every team has, 15 to 17 guys who are all dying to play. Everyone's frustrated. And so a big part of being successful in this league is learning how to navigate that frustration, learning how to just constantly put yourself in a position to succeed.
Part 4. Locker room drama. Then came the Jordan Poole punch. Draymond Green knocked out a rising star, and Steve Kerr said he handled it internally. But nothing was ever the same. Poole checked out. The chemistry was gone. Kerr's loyalty to veterans like Draymond and Klay, even when they were clearly declining, sent a message. This team isn't a meritocracy anymore. Young guys weren't developing, veterans were protected, and Curry was stuck trying to drag the team to relevance. Part 5. Underachievement and falling short. Since that 2019 finals loss, the Warriors have missed the playoffs twice, were bounced in the play-in once, and had just one meaningful playoff run, thanks mostly to Steph's historic 2022 postseason. But the deeper truth, Golden State should have won more, with a generational shooter, one of the best defenders in Draymond, and a roster that wasn't that bad. The Warriors have underachieved, and that failure lands squarely at the feet of Steve Kerr for failing to adapt, for bad rotations, for clinging to old philosophies, and for letting loyalty override logic. In closing, Steve Kerr will go down as a Hall of Fame coach, but the question is, did he do more damage than good to the Warriors' second act? Was Golden State's dynasty cut short because of injuries, or because the coach in charge refused to evolve? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the NBA's biggest stories.